sweet seed. A look inside us. It was the winter of '85. I remember that air was cold and moving like a shadow along the trail of that small remote town, connecting with the fright of the orange streets near the 10th Street gate. The roofs, Bradford, meadows, park, and all what has a body around me. From my spatial house without a roof, starless, dark, to the brim of and full of sun, full of the tale of green meadows what could be colored with the dove of a cold and different morn, persists, sad, melancholic, and meaningless, surrounding with his thick coldness my small and fragile body, unknown to me at that time. My mother, a weak tired, complaining woman, watches by my little eyes and listening to by my little ears, sigh with the sweetness of someone who does not want to shake away the dream of a little baby. Don't go catching a cold. As he covered and rubbed my little button-sized nose from top to bottom to top with his ring down, pressing me against her left chest, emanating from her hands a soft skin milk smell, and from her body a hot vapor, a quarter of better than a bonfire. I remember her eyes, I remember her brightness, the essence of her finger on my nose, the light that her noble hair emanate, and now the light bulbs in the dark of my life. I grabbed thy friend. My process was slow. Instead of stretching me, I seemed to shirk me. Instead of lifting me, I was pulling me down. Instead of my arms, my hands, my fingers reaching out and forming braids with their different ramifications, following the natural process of growth outwards, my process was carried out in the opposite way. My feet grew with his toes greatly, digging deep, creating connection like an almost endless neural network, connecting with everything that has life within the superfice in the air, moving away from the outside every day. In other hand, and unfortunately for me, the opposite happened with the older plants. The trunks had a stiff, lively, and vigorous stem. They broke band and considerable layer. Their ramifications had multiple arms that in turn emitted small branches with their incalculable labels, forming the appearance of a leafy tree with this green air. It was evident that I was going at a crazy, different, and uncoordinated rhythm, where I felt constant disadvantage. While I was on foot, they sent to ride a skate or bicycle, fast and very lucky. My mother, a woman with an affectionate and tender gaze, When she saw the despair that filtered into my mind, whispered in my heart, "Don't despair, my little one. The wind always rains in its moment, and in its time you will fly and grow." And my eyes shone brightly like a spring sun. They sparkled in a different direction. I looked by, big and powerful. Time passed and the days became strange. Winter nights, the sky went from being illuminated by the moon to being illuminated to the sunlight. The mornings became afternoon, and the afternoon in darkness. For me and then drunk, and without the context of a sing trick. A night came when the moonlight did not appear, nor the starlight, when the birds in the air lifted the arms of their legs and stretched trees. Unlearning is waiting against the rock in the church, against the window of the house where he raises not only the sound of the bells encouraging in the town, but also pine the animals in the forest, where roads, ranches, houses, stables, gardens, and streets were seen flames, among them my mother. I woke up in deep silence. When I opened my eyes after the storm, I don't know what was around me. Everything was new to me. Nothing was like we remember that was nothing. It was alone, with no one. Suddenly, the ancient trees. Where's tree? Where's there? You could hardly see where they were the night before. There was only hair moving and holes everywhere. Further out, alone, stupefied, I began to scream and to cry. Suddenly, and without knowing where I heard a voice to give several voices and that reached me ears. Communicate but couldn't be my ears and ears did not carry the sound. But they continued saying beautiful things, encouraging, "What is she that's thin? You are not alone. Where are we you?" But, but where did the voice come from? I was alone. There was nothing around. There was no presence of life around me. Where did the voice come from? And the answer was no long. The few leaves I had were missing. My skin was free, and with nothing to cover it. Look at my young trunk, small and without much to offer, but how was it? Was it that possible? My friends, the tall and thin ones were not there. The storm had ripped them away, and instead I, the wet and afraid, was there, without my mother's boat, without leaves, but here I was. What? And the boys? Where did they come from? I look up the size back and finally down my feet. I looked at them for an arduous time. I followed it, every line that was part of me. For the first time, I felt having as many feet as tentacles, weathered and hidden by the earth and by those long and extensive that I could not see the end of them. They were so long that they found other trees, other boulders, other plants, animals of different species. I closed my eyes in the center of my feet, in my robes, and down each channel I was deluding until I reached the end of my stone, feeling first the thorny of the earth, the dry place, wet place, puddles, lagoons, the croaking of the trout, the singing of the frogs, the bearing of the plant, the footstep of the horse, of the pins, chickens, bears, worms, ants, the jumps of the cricket and small insect. From another of my extension I feel the graves, the remains of the remains, those who left, who took the part the will to tell later. Another part of me reaches the proofs that support me, and from other direction other roads help me thinly, that they only unite to me, connect us, draw away connection network that extend through the forest. This large neural sphere communicates with me, and this same once prevents that year came from ending my existence. I understand at that moment that my greatness was not on the outside, but inside me. What made me great and leafy was not a beautiful green hair or a strong and giant trunk, but the union that formed the root so that we remain unit before the circumstance. The end.